Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. In our final segment, we're trying something new. We're going to the touch screen here, and we're going to go with our MLB Top 5 Power Rankings.
Yeah.
So we'll alternate Top 5, starting from the bottom. So who you got as your number 5 team overall in baseball?
So right now, best number 5 right now, I'm going with the Rockies. They've been really good, obviously hitting in their park, the Mile High City, right? The air is really thin, so the balls fly out of there. And Nolan Arenado and Mark Reynolds, who has been a bench player for the last I don't know how many seasons, but I think he has like 11 home runs right now. He's completely re-energized his career, so Rockies number 5. That's my pick.
All right, my number 5 pick, third in runs scored in all of baseball, and they're only half a game behind in the National League Central. I'm going to go with the Reds as number 5. Surprisingly enough, they're behind the Cardinals. They're ahead of the Cubs. I don't know if it's going to last, but they're a hot team right now. So who you got for number 4?
So number 4, I'm going with the Astros. They're a very good team. A lot of their younger talents coming around. George Springer's looking really good. Carlos Correa, obviously Jose Altuve. Keuchel is looked really, really good. So Astros, I think, are an easy number 4 pick for me.
All right, number 4 for me. I'm going to stay in the National League, and I'm going to go National League West. We are going to go with the Dodgers, and they are. Obviously, everyone knows they have Clayton Kershaw, but they are 7th in runs scored, 1st in ERA, plus 50 in run differential. So right now they're tied, really I think, in the game and a half behind the Rockies in the West. So the Rockies clearly a good team, but the Dodgers with Clayton Kershaw, they're a solid team.
Gotcha.
Number 3 for you. Who you got?
Number 3, I'm going with the Yanks. As much as I hate to choose them, they look really, really good this year. They're exceeding expectations. They're young. The Bronx Bombers are looking really good. Aaron Judge is looking great. And, Yankee Stadium is really a launching pad. You hit anything into the air at all, that's going to be a home run. So the Yankees really exceeding expectations. And Tanaka's looking great. Sabathia's looking really good. So going with the Yanks.
All right, my number 3 team. You've already picked them. I'm going to add them on my side, the Houston Astros. Not a lot to say about them other than what you've already said. They got a good lineup up and down, great ERA. So number 3 is the Astros.
Gotcha.
Who do you have as number 2?
So again, don't like to do it. Going with the Orioles. I think they're arguably one of the best teams in baseball. Their lineup is phenomenal. Manny Machado, Chris Davis, Mark Trumbo. They're looking really good. Their bats weren't great at first, but their pitching has really picked them up. Dylan Bundy, and they got Tillman back recently. So Orioles are my number 2 pick.
All right, my number 2, you've already picked them, so we'll put them here. The Yankees, they're top 5 in runs scored and ERA. I don't know how long it will last, but they're a good team right now. They're my number 2. Your number 1 team, it looks like probably going to be the same as just by looking at it. Who you got?
Going with the Nationals. They have the complete package. Their bats look really good. Bryce Harper's having a phenomenal start to the season. Max Scherzer looks like another Cy Young candidate. So Nationals, I think they have maybe the best record in baseball, or maybe that's the Orioles. I don't know. But
one of the best records in baseball. And they've scored the most runs. I'm going to agree with you, and I'm going to go with the Nationals as well. 200-plus runs scored. They're on pace for, I think, around 1,000 runs, which would set a record. So and they get good pitching, obviously, with Max Scherzer, like you said. So there are our top 5 MLB power rankings as we stand right now here in May.
YCN Sports Talk Picks of the Week are brought to you by Salt Hill Pub, with locations in Lebanon, Hanover, Newport, and Newberry. Whether you're in the mood for a quick lunch, a great steak, their signature fish and chips, a fresh salad, or the best burger in town, Salt Hill Pub has you covered. And yes, everything on their lunch and dinner menu is available for takeout.
All right, here we go with our picks. We do this every week. As you can see, the board is getting smaller and smaller as we have fewer and fewer teams left. So, Andrew, let's start. We already talked about it. Wizards-Celtics, who you got Game 5 in Boston Wednesday night.
So, as I said before, I think the home team in this series really gives that team a huge advantage. I'm going with the Celtics. I think the Boston crowd will energize them. I think Isaiah Thomas is going to play very well in this one after not playing too well the last 2 games. So, going with Boston.
And we've seen the Celtics team, when they get to that adversity where they were down 2-0 against Chicago, they kind of come back and make some adjustments. They've lost 2 in a row now to Washington. I agree they come back home and get the win. Celtics go up 3-2. Going over to the Western Conference, Spurs and Rockets. That game is Thursday night. Spurs leading that series 3-2 right now.
Yeah, that's a tough one to choose, but I think I'm going with the Spurs. I think they're the better team. Obviously without Tony Parker, that hurts, but Ginobili and Kawhi Leonard, hopefully he plays. I think he was a little banged up, but I'm choosing Spurs.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have all their big guys in there. Obviously, Tony Parker won't be in there. He's done, at least for this series, probably for the season. The Rockets are at home. Big game. I know they have the talent to do it, just if the three-pointers are dropping, I'm going to go with them. Rockets get the win. Even it up 3-3. We go to a Game 7. And by next week, we'll probably have the conference finals lined up, obviously, the way these games have been going. So we'll get into our conference finals picks next week. Don't forget, YCN Sports Talk premieres every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Thanks for watching.